My name's Justin, and I've set up camp here on a frozen lake over 40 feet of water. While I'm here, I'm gonna be cooking some awesome food and see how many fish I can pull up out of the ice. I think this is gonna be the spot. I'm gonna set up the tent right here. Let's get to it. So there's about 8 inches of snow on the lake here, and I was going to dig down to the ice and put the tent right on the ice, but it's pretty frozen and hard packed, and it was going to take me forever to dig, so I'm just going to stick it right on top of the snow so I can get fishing. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to stake the thing down. I'm going to take these stakes, which are pretty big, and probably just bury them sideways in the snow and see if that holds. Yeah, buddy. Time to set up a chair. We are going to be camping in a little bit of luxury today. It's going to be fantastic. There we go. Time to put in the stove. Well, the moment I get out of the wind, I start sweating here because it's toasty in here already. So time to delay. And yeah, it's not good. I want to give a special thank you to Pomoly for sending me this tent and stove that we're going to use on the adventure today. This is the Chalet 70 Pro Hot Tent. This is going to be absolutely perfect for out here. Give me a nice toasty spot to get out of the weather, and then hopefully a home base to catch a bunch of fish from. So let's get to it. This tent has a heat-resistant floor area where the stove goes, but to keep from melting the snow and keep a little bit more heat off of that, I've got a cookie sheet here. Thank you to In the Trough for the suggestion. I'm going to stick that stove right on top of that, and should be a lot better. Putting some cut-resistant gloves on, so I'm going to slice myself, as I tend to do sometimes. Well, I'm not ready for fire yet because I haven't even started fishing yet, but I do want to get the fire ready to go so when I come back in here I can just light it up. So I'm going to stuff it full of wood, get it prepared, get out there and dig some holes and start catching some fish, finally. Let's go. Ice is too deep for that to get through with the drill, so I gotta put the handle back on, go Egyptian style with it. We got a problem, folks. The ice is too thick for me to drill through with my hand auger. I measured this thing, it'll go up to 37 inches deep, and we are further than that for sure. So, gonna have to get creative if we're gonna get through this ice. I don't know how much thicker it is. Well, your boy had to make a 2-hour round trip drive to pick up another tool, another ice auger. This one has a drill attachment to it, and 39 inches, hopefully that reaches. If it doesn't, picked up a spud bar as well, and we're getting through this dang ice. Part of the day's gone, but I'm gonna be fishing a lot tomorrow too, so let's get to it, huh? Nope. Oh. I was right there. Yay. All right, time to finally fish, huh? Only took all dang day. I'm gonna start out with the tried, tested, and true white tube jig, pink tail, and tipped with the salmon egg. All right, we be fishing. Pretty soon it's gonna be time to light the fire and get the food cooking. As you know, I'm hungry. So there's rainbow trout and Arctic char in this lake. I haven't fished it myself, but it is stocked. It was stocked actually back in October of last year, so figured I got good odds of getting something here, considering there's fish actually in here. Dinner tonight's gonna be fantastic. Got a real treat for y'all tonight. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but this ice is doing that cracking thing. The cracking noises that I'm hearing is the ice actually growing, so that's a good thing. And, ooh. Still crazy to think that this tent's sitting on ice, and directly below that we're over about 45 feet of water. Kind of crazy to think about. The ice is thick, this is safe. It's just the thought of it's kind of weird. I think it's time to start a fire, don't you? I do too. I'm sleeping on a cot tonight. That's right. Woo! It's gonna be super comfortable for a change, which is gonna be real nice. As long as this thing fits, because it's a big one. It's a big cot. It's real big. Like a glove. Man, we're gonna be camping in luxury tonight. Got the wood stove, got the cot, got the fishing hole right outside the door. Making, I'm not gonna say what we're making for dinner yet, but it's gonna be dang good. This is awesome. I need to relax a little bit. Brought a table as well. Oh. Got the table. Already had to bust out the old whoopsie daisy kit, first aid, picking up the ice auger, razor blade, cut right into my finger. Wasn't good, so luckily I always bring a first aid kit because I'm accident prone, and that's just how it goes. Well, I've got a line in the water just outside the tent, got the wood stove heating it up nice in here. I think it's time to stop dilly-dallying and make some dinner. Tonight we're featuring a rustic Hungarian mushroom and steak soup. We'll begin with butter sauteed, hand-selected woodland mushrooms, gently simmered in chicken broth with tender cuts of New York steak. We'll finish that broth with heavy cream, fresh dill, and a touch of lemon juice to brighten the richness. And for the final presentation, it's garnished in lemon zest and delicate Italian parsley for a clean, aromatic finish. It's gonna be great. Dang great! Time to cook the meat. Yeah, buddy. First fish. Ooh, yeah. She's a running. Oh, here she comes. Oh yeah! Yeah. 26.5-inch lake trout. Pretty dang awesome. Go figure, as soon as I go to start cooking, I start catching fish, but at least where I'm catching fish and where I'm cooking is like 4 feet apart, so that's pretty awesome. All right, on with the steak. Love that sizzle. Go ahead and set that over here to rest for a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Oh, ooh, that is nice tea. You know, I think I could get used to this hot tenting stuff. Super comfortable, super cozy. I've done so much shelter building stuff lately, I almost forget what it's like to camp normal. It is nice. Not as nice as the soup's gonna be though when it's done. Close her up, get to work. All right, we got a white onion. Mushrooms, the key ingredient. Normally the key ingredient is cheese, but not in this one, unfortunately. Oh. Had a bite. I'm gonna reel it up and check my bait. Right back down. Done. And I minced up a clove of garlic, but I forgot to hit record, naturally. Going in with a tablespoon of butter. All right, in with the onions. In with that garlic. Oh, we're getting a... Boom. Yeah, buddy, another one. Gotta break the ice on that hole. Yeah. All right, where were we? Oh yeah, food. Oh man, my hands are cold. Oh mama jeez. Whoo. Time for the mushrooms. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of salt. Got some dried dill. And got some Hungarian paprika. Oh man, this is smelling good. Gonna let that cook down for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna save this piece for tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna add a squeeze of lemon juice here. And I'm gonna add some flour. All right, we got some chicken broth here. All right, we're gonna cover and let that simmer for another 5 minutes. So we are getting a little fancy in here. Yes, we're zesting a lemon in a tent on a lake over water in Alaska. It's gonna be worth it, I promise. For me, at least. I feel bad you guys watch us eat all these foods and don't get to eat them with us. A little bit of lemon zest. 80 degrees. Sweating. We keep our house at like 68 degrees. Woo. Putting in the steak. And lastly, in with the heavy whipping cream. Let's finish this bad boy off. A pinch more salt. Oh man. Nailed it. We got a little pepper. Always gotta add pepper. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. This is gonna be really good. Official taste test. A little mushroom, a little steak in there. Okay, this is my favorite soup by far. I actually got this idea from Chef's Tips on YouTube. I will put it up right there. The video is 11 years old, but it is fantastic. And I highly recommend it. If you like mushrooms and you like steak. He didn't put steak in his. I like steak, so I put steak in it too, but even without steak, it's really good. This doesn't feel right, eating this good out here. Oh my goodness. That was delicious. Like, delicious. It's kind of turning into a mess in here. I think I need to clean up a little bit. I don't know what I got in my hands. Something blue, apparently. I wanted to show you guys something kind of cool you can do with a mirrorless camera or DSLR and some steel wool there. And I've got the steel wool inside of a whisk, as you can see, and some chain hooked to it so I can swing it around. And steel wool will actually light, like you can see right there, and I probably shouldn't have done that in the tent. Be smarter, Justin. But yeah, so you light this, you set the shutter speed long, and you whip it around, and it turns out pretty cool on camera. So I'm going to go out there. It's getting pretty darn cold, so I'm going to make this fairly quick. Well, that was pretty cool. Well, cold. Cool, though. Get the idea of what it can do. It's kind of neat. I'd like to get a shot like that with the northern lights going overhead sometime. So I'll have to keep that on the list. But other than that, I think I'm going to bust out the sleeping bag, hunker down for the rest of the night, and get some sleep. Some cozy, warm, comfortable sleep. Not on logs for once. And I'm going to enjoy every minute of this. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Well, I'm still on top of the ice, so that's a good thing. Not down at the bottom of the lake. The cracking sounds of the lake woke me up a couple times, but I slept like a baby in this cot. I'm gonna get out of bed slowly, get a fire going, make some breakfast, and get some ice fishing going because I want to catch another big one. So let's get to it in a little bit. Apologies if the videos are foggy this morning. It is currently 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Looks like it got down to 4 and up to 85 when I had the stovepipe in last night. It's a little brisk, so I'm gonna get the fire started and make some breakfast. And I got a hole out there that's got some fish under it that needs pulled up from the bottom of the lake. A really weird way to say that. Well, I packed some stuff up and got it out of the way and have a little bit more room to cook here. Contemplating fishing before I eat breakfast. I just don't want to do both at the same time. I want to focus on fishing when I'm fishing. What is going to be first though is coffee, and that's just about done. Death Wish instant coffee. Good stuff. Again, I'm not really much of an instant coffee person, but this Death Wish stuff is pretty good. Firewood stir stick, vanilla powdered creamer, oh, there it is. There it is, folks. Oh man, this is so awesome. So those fish I caught yesterday weren't on those jigs. It was just some weight and these little cooked shrimp. Just drilled this out and it's freezing up already again. So I'm going clear down to the bottom and I'm reeling it maybe 2 or 3 feet off of the bottom and just letting it sit there. And going for lake trout here. Pretty deep right here. And there we are at the bottom. Now we wait in this beautiful surrounding. Well, no luck yet. Hey, I know what's wrong. I forgot to bring my coffee out here. That's a sin. No wonder I'm not catching fish. Now we're in business. Bet you I'll get a bite right after this swig. Better grab the rod. Nope, no bite. But now I got coffee in me again. At least something's happening. All right, I'm getting hungry. I think I'm gonna set the bells up on this thing and cook while I'm fishing. And who knows, maybe that'll initiate a strike like it did last night. Off with the bacon, the mushrooms, and that steak from yesterday. I don't even know what I'm making here. All I know is it's gonna be good. It can't not be good when you got bacon in there. I think that's good enough there. Oh. I don't know what this is, but it's all good things, so it can't be bad. Definitely not healthy, but it'll be good. Well, there we go. See how this tastes. Fantastic, of course. Honestly, it's kind of hard to go wrong with bacon, steak, and eggs, and mushrooms. Like, unless you don't like mushrooms. Or bacon, steak, and eggs. I think I'm going to tear down the tent. I'm really curious what underneath of this looks like. Because that stove with the heat has sunken like 4 inches since yesterday. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see. This titanium is so thin that it cools down to like cold to the touch within seconds. It's crazy. All right, moment of truth on how the stove melted through. Whoa. Dude. So again, I don't know if the camera's picking this up or not. Yeah, it's super clear. It doesn't look like it's as deep as it is, but that's 39 inches deep there. This stuff is razor sharp. It's thinner than a piece of paper just about. It's super thin. Hey, it actually goes back in its bag. Well, that was a fun trip. Actually caught some fish and you guys actually saw it on camera, so it's official. I'm out of my losing streak. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribe if you're not, because we've got a lot of camping and adventures in Alaska coming up. Thanks for watching.